This is Ace with RockRevolt magazine, and I am here with Noah Shark Robertson of the band Motograter. What's going on today, man?
Oh, dude, I'm hanging out. I might go see Gojira later.
Right? Right? Hell yeah, man. You can't beat that. That's a great band, especially to go see live, man. They do put on a good show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, speaking of putting on good shows, man, I mean, you guys do a pretty good job. I mean, what do you think?
We try our best, man. That's what I always say.
Yeah, you guys always succeed, though, man. I've got to see you guys several times, man, because you always seem to live on the road, man. So, been lucky to see you guys several times, and I mean, you guys do knock it out of the park. So, yeah, you guys do your job right.
Woo!
You guys like to hear positive stuff. Well, I mean, you got to be pretty excited, though, man. I mean, you guys are a week and a half away from releasing an album that, I mean, we might as well call almost 14 years in the making.
Yeah, it's been a long, hard road to get here. It's cost a lot of money to make, and members flying all over the country recording their parts, and it's been quite a journey. But yeah, we're excited to get it out finally. Right,
and of course we're talking about Desolation. Hitting August 11th. It's put out on Dave Ellefson's label. I can't talk. The EMP label group, man. So yeah, I mean, you guys, like I say, you guys got to be super stoked to finally get this out and let people hear it.
Yeah, the response has been pretty positive so far. Everybody seems to like it, and I mean, we couldn't be happier with how it turned out. You know, we got Rue Luster from El Nino producing, and then Josh Wickman doing the mixing, and a whole heaping pile of other people involved. So there's a lot of good names in there, and it sounds really good.
Oh, yeah, no, the album's definitely great. I've been listening to it for a while now. And it's funny, though, because you guys open up with Parasite, which is just kind of kick you in the face, full of dirty vocals. And then as you go through the album, the dirtier vocals kind of go away, and it's more just Legion's it's him singing, and he sounds phenomenal, man. So it's like, it was weird just kind of the way it opened up, just hardcore in the face, and then it just kind of, I don't want to say mellowed out, because that's not the proper word, because it's all kicks ass, but it like switches gears a little bit.
Yeah, I guess, you know, if you really think about it, the old Motograter album was sort of like that, because, you know, it comes out swinging with Suffocate, like one of the heaviest tracks, and then, like, soon after you've got Down, which is like a total, like, ballad. So, yeah. I think that's kind of a formula a lot of bands. What's weird is the music industry changes, and as music fans change, like, you'll notice that the way people release their music changes. A lot of CDs are, like, really front-loaded now, because nobody buys albums. Everybody wants the singles. So you'll see a lot of bands where, like, their best songs are, like, the first couple of songs, and then everything else is following after.
Right, but, yeah. Because, yeah, you're right, man. I mean, putting out full albums, man, a lot of bands, you know, it's not really worth it anymore. They can drop a five song EP and just keep putting those out, and keep putting those out a lot easier while they keep working, while they keep touring, instead of putting all that time into one full-length album. And, I mean, because, you know, you really can't, you know, do all the touring, which is really where it's at with today's music, you know. So, I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
People have short attention spans. That's all I have to say.
That is true. That is very, very true. That is very true. Now, Motograter was obviously, back in the day, it was named after a certain tool in your guys' band. I mean, tool, instrument. How would you, for fans that know Motograter, haven't had a chance to see you guys, how would you best describe the instrument that basically the band is named after, for those that are just hearing it and haven't got to see it yet?
The Motograter is pretty crazy. You know, I had a lot of ideas before I joined the band on what it was, and I've looked at pictures and stuff, but until you really see this thing in action, it's kind of hard to wrap your mind around. But if you can imagine just like a big steel beam laid across like a stand, like almost like a keyboard stand or something, and it's got these big lawnmower springs stretched across it, and you hit it with a drumstick, and with the other hand you kind of fret it like a guitar or bass, and it just makes a really low, grinding, distorted like bass sound. If you've ever seen like a lap steel in a country band or something, it's kind of like that concept, except way more metal.
Hell yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, with, like I said, that's an older tool that was brought up with the band from back in the creation. I mean, really, Nuke's one of the, he's the longest, standing member with the band. I mean, does the Motograter itself still mean as much to the band as it did maybe back in the day? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think so. Like, especially, at shows, you can really see it. People are like curious. They're asking questions about it. They want to see it. They want to take pictures with it. But not only that, since I've been in the band, I don't believe that we've ever played a show without it. And to be honest, it would just feel really weird to be up there as Motograter and not have the Motograter on stage with us. So it's a big part of our sound. It's a big part of the tradition. I think a lot of people don't realize that's one of the biggest things about this band is like we're a tribe and we're a tradition. I had somebody try to tell me recently, somebody pretty well known in the music industry. It was my first time talking to them ever, and one of the first things that they had to say to me was that we should get rid of the paint and that everyone's ready to see Motograter evolve. And I just didn't want to hear anything else they had to say after that because they obviously don't get it. Like, we have evolved and we're constantly evolving, and we're always going to have the paint. Motograter isn't Motograter without a few key elements, and we're a tribe, and we have a lot of traditions and a lot of things that we do that are rooted from just a long time ago. So,
dude, I think that's really awesome, man. That what you just said there, like you said, you are evolving, but you're also bringing, you're bringing what was Motograter with you guys. You're bringing tradition. You're keeping tradition alive. And, dude, you said that perfectly, man. That's awesome. So, it's cool that you all, it's a new era, but, we're going to keep things how they were, man. That's awesome. That's cool for you guys to do, man. That's great. Plus, I think the fans, honestly, would miss going home with black and white paint all over themselves, too.
Yeah, I'm sure the people that let us stay at their house when we're on tour wouldn't mind, but other than that, we've had a few angry venue owners here and there that like to complain, but it's, water soluble, non-toxic. It ain't gonna kill you.
Oh yeah, no. I woke up the next morning and my wife's like, "What the hell's on the sheets, man? What did you do?" And I'm like, "You don't understand."
Yeah, we joke around about the paint being like alive, like an alien symbiote. So, it becomes a part of you.
It does, man, and it's great because, whether you guys are opening or whether you guys are headlining, man, you guys always are right up there with the fans watching the bands that you're playing with, just, getting out there, and that's generally how we all get covered in paint. It's cool to see you guys out there in the pits with the fans enjoying the show with everybody, because a lot of bands don't do that, man, and it's great to see that.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, it is hard when you're on the road. You're tired, and you never really get a moment to yourself, and you're subjected to about 50 million fans every night. But we try to support and be cool and not be assholes.
Right. You guys are doing a good job, man. Hell yeah. Now that you got this in the books, man, is it time to just support and just support Desolation all that you can, or are you guys working on a follow-up?
Yeah, we're our main focus is just to pump this album as much as we can. We're doing a big headlining tour near the end of September, which is going to run through like October and November. It's like 2 months long, and so right now we're looking to get some of the new songs that we've never played live ready, because to be honest, this will be the first time that we're playing like more new stuff than old stuff. We've kind of relied on that old stuff a lot in the past, but now that we have this new album, we can go out there and kick ass with our new material and kind of shelve some of this older stuff and have fun playing the newer.
Right.
So yeah, it'll be awesome.
Basically evolve, like you put it earlier, evolve into what Motograter is now, so.
Yep.
I know, and I was actually kind of upset to see you guys aren't coming through the Kansas City area on this tour. You always hit Kansas City.
Are you sure about that?
I'm looking. I've got it pulled up right now. And unless I'm blind, I don't. Unless you guys haven't added it yet.
Weird.
Yeah.
No, I mean it should be on there. Maybe I don't know if that was a conscious decision by the booking team or if it just didn't work out. But yeah, we usually always hit Kansas City. We love Kansas City, so
Oh yeah.
that's odd.
I know, that's what I thought. I was like, no way, they're not coming through. Because, yeah, you guys are always here, man. And, I mean, the fans are... You guys usually pack the house when you guys come to Kansas City, man. The fans around here love you. And, I mean, actually, the fans everywhere just following you guys on social, seeing all the fans and all this. I mean, you guys have a cult following that is unbelievable for a band that has... Turmoil is not the right word. I guess... I'm trying to find the right word to even describe you guys. I mean...
A sordid past.
There we go. I mean, sort of just, yeah. It's there's not even really a goddamn word to describe how you would, put Motograter from the past to now. So, yeah, but for what you all have been through, man, you guys have a following, and it's phenomenal to see. I mean, how you guys are on Billboard right now, right?
Yeah, our new track, Dorian, is currently number 28 on the Billboard Billboard Mainstream Rock indicator chart, which is really cool to see. We hope it keeps going up and up. We have a lot more things in store, like very soon, like within the next week, hopefully. Everybody should be seeing our new music video for Dorian that we shot at the Ohio State Reformatory, where they filmed Shawshank Redemption. So that should be pretty cool.
How was that, getting in there and shooting that video, man? Was that kind of a cool deal, or a lot of work? I mean, what was it like?
It's as creepy and scary and weird as you would imagine. It's a huge, crazy place, and you can get lost in there. And Ink and the Clink was amazing. Playing in front of that many people was really fun. But then the people were gracious enough to let us film our video there. It almost didn't happen, I gotta be honest. They were trying to kick us out and saying, we're tired, we gotta leave, and it took forever for our video guy to get there. So we were just getting started right when they were wanting to leave. It almost didn't happen. The video guy drove like literally 6 or 7 hours to get to us, and then when he finally showed up, they were like trying to get rid of us. So we begged and pleaded, and they were giving us the whole, it's not our problem, it's not our fault. And then a random guy that works there just happened to walk up and agree to stay there with us and supervise. Because that was the problem. They couldn't leave us in there by ourselves.
Sure.
So this dude Mike from the Ohio State Reformatory, we all owe him a debt of gratitude. He's seriously the reason why that video happened, and he stayed with us till 6 or 7 in the morning.
Nice. Nice.
So
you guys pulled an
all-nighter.
Awesome. So you pulled an all-nighter there doing that video.
Oh, yeah. Because we only had one day to shoot it, so we pulled an all-nighter, and we just shot continuously, and it's going to be really great.
Oh, yeah, cool. It'll be cool. I'm sure the fans are going to be, dying to see that, man, just anything they can new. I think they've been waiting for new for a long time, and it's finally being delivered.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that you do yourself that you do that's pretty cool is you're always selling, giving the fans a chance to buy some of the stuff that you use out on the road. Like, you've hand painted cymbals and sold them, drumsticks, everything like that. Where did that idea come from?
To be honest, it just comes from people asking.
Yeah.
Like when I was back in the day when I was like a local musician, nobody ever wanted my freaking autograph, but or any of my broken. I never would have thought I could make money off my broken stuff.
Right.
But as my career picked up and I got my name out there, and people started to learn about me, the more and more they wanted the more and more they wanted stuff from me. So it's really kind of an honor. But yeah, that idea just came from, I guess, touring with other bands and seeing them do it. And then, mostly everything that we do is out of request. Like, people just constantly hounding me for sticks or cymbals or this and that. And it's really awesome that people want that stuff. And it helps me a lot. You know, it helps me buy new sticks, helps me buy new cymbals.
Yeah. Well, I have one of your old cymbals hanging on my wall at my office in my house, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I mean, it's a really cool thing, man. Just to see that, you know, all painted up and everything. It's a really cool thing that you're doing, and I think a lot more artists should do that because fans like me will buy that stuff up. You know.
Yeah.
You know, we may be doing the the whole media thing here now, but we all grew up as fans. I mean, you grew up as a fan. That's why you got into music. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, I was a huge Motograter fan before I joined this band, actually.
Right on. Hell, so that's got to be pretty cool for you then.
I mean, yeah, I had their posters on my wall, and I used to sit there in my room and try to, like, drum along to the album, and now I'm the guy on the second album.
Hell yeah, man. You can't beat that. Now, this is a Motograter interview. Is it cool if we talk about something else that you're deeply involved in?
Oh yeah, everything's fair game. We can talk about whatever you want.
Right on. Well, not only are you the drummer in Motograter, but you also have your own label.
Oh yeah, I got Zombie Shark Records, which is focusing on alternative and new metal stuff like that, industrial. And then I got Swimming with Sharks Records, which is more of a traditional metal thing. It's like death metal and underground metal and stuff like that.
Right on. So that keeps you pretty busy, pretty balls to the wall then right now, huh?
You know what, man? I got to be honest. I don't even really ever talk about this to anyone, but it's like it's more work than any human being should possibly ever be subjected to. I mean, I'm working on this stuff nonstop, 24/7, every day, from the time the sun comes up to the sun goes down. And even though I don't make any money at it, and people might think that's weird to work this hard and not get compensated, but I mean, anybody that started a business will tell you after the first few years you're not really profitable. You're just kind of putting everything back into the business.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. I'm trying to spread awareness, and we're really, it's an uphill battle simply because people do not want to buy music anymore. I mean, you have to like force them to buy music. Nobody wants to buy music. Society has kind of become accustomed to not having to pay for their music, and it's a little weird, and it makes it hard, but, you know, we're up for the challenge, and you just got to rise and overcome.
Right. Well, and like like you selling your cymbals and your sticks and stuff like that, that's how you overcome it, man. Sure, you want my music for free, but hey, buy a cymbal. Okay, you know.
Yeah.
You know, hey, it's the smart thing to do, man. Absolutely. Hell yeah. Well, man, I tell you what, man, we greatly appreciate your time. Everybody needs to be on the lookout, man. It's a new Motograter, August 11th, man. Desolation's going to be hitting their ears. So is there anything you want to say to anybody? Tell them where they can pick it up at?
Desolation, you know, it's been a crazy ride getting this album made. And if you're listening to this, you know, go pick it up on August 11th. Even if you're not a Motograter fan, just support music, support musicians, because we're out here killing ourselves for you guys. And I think you're going to love it. It's a great album. We put a lot of work into it. And it's going to be available in some mom and pop retailers. It's going to be available in a few FYEs, Best Buy. You can pick it up online. You can get it from us directly. So it's pretty easy to get. I mean, even if you want to go jam it on Spotify, you know, that'll work for me. Go check it out on Spotify. But yeah, Desolation, Motograter, August 11th, EMP Label Group.
All right, man. Well, Dave, no, we greatly appreciate it, man, and have fun back out on the road, man, doing what you guys do.
All right, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, bud. We'll talk to you later.